Conor McGregor has more to say, so he joins us now on SportsCenter. Conor, I've never met you. My name's Michael Smith, but I'm going to say this to you, my man. You did your job. You did your job. You have got my money.
Yeah.
You've got my money for this fight. So if your goal was to sell this fight, you did that. Was your goal also to get under Floyd's skin, and do you think you accomplished that goal?
You know, I wasn't really, I suppose, sure what to expect. The format is a lot different. They were very vague on the details. There were speeches and all. I seen guys get up with like full speeches. I was like, I couldn't hear when they were speaking, so I didn't even know who they were. There was some guy with grey hair, big afro, that was talking. So, look, I just went up and had fun and embraced it. The crowd is amazing, 20,000 people here in the arena. As far as Floyd, whatever, he's a small man, so he looks frail to me. I see a half a fire. I don't see the finished product. I see a weak core, small legs. I see a man who would be easily and will be easily dismantled.
Inside 4 rounds? Why are you so confident you can beat him inside 4 rounds?
I believe so. His little head. His little head and my big fist. They don't go together. So he will be done in 4.
He's hard to hit. He's one of the best defensive fighters in history. How you gonna land?
I don't care. I disagree.
Okay.
He can catch it on the glove as well. That's enough to knock him out. My shots break the guard. Check the facts. I bounce heads off the canvas.
Okay, you can say this, I can't, but I mess with you, and I don't want to use the word mess. You would use a different word, that's for sure. As Mike mentioned, there's a lot of people that don't expect you to really compete in this fight.
I've been one of them.
What's your message to all those
He was
people
talking
who
like
have
he's
that
going to come
opinion?
over to this. I don't care. Like, I don't care what people think, but he was trying to say up there, next we'll do the MMA, we'll do an MMA fight next. I was like, don't start talking stuff that you wouldn't do. You don't to this world. But look, it's part of the show. People are for me and people are against me. But I don't believe, even listening to all these so-called boxing experts and all these, I don't believe them when I'm listening to them. They sound scared to me. I hear fear. So I'm just embracing it, listening to it. I'm very, very thankful that it's all on record, and I look forward to playing it all back the next couple of days after the fight.
What can you tell us about what your strategy is going to be in terms of Floyd? As Mike mentioned, you're talking about one of the greatest defensive fighters of all time. So what are you going to do what 39 other people have been unable to do?
Again, I come out very, very different. I fight very, very different. I'm from a different game than the boxing game. I'm from a game where you got to bounce your shin bone. The aim is to bounce your shin bone off your opponent's nose bone. That's the game I come from. So I'm going to come out the gate very, very differently. I'm going to paint a very different picture, and I'm going to land my shots and put them away.
Where are you in your training at this point?
What are we, like 6-7 weeks? I'm super fit right now. Lots of sparring rounds. We've had a referee brought in just to acclimatise with the rule set. There's so many rules and restrictions. It's like I said up there, it doesn't faze me. It amuses me. It's interesting, but I'm enjoying it. So I've got lots of sparring rounds, lots more sparring rounds, and that's it. Keep fighting, fight every day, and then fight on fight as well.
We know what you think of Floyd as a fighter. What did you think of his performance at the press conference, especially when he pulled out the $100 million check? You said pay the tax man. He says he's paid up with the IRS. What did you think of that stunt?
Oh, stop, I don't know. He was in a tracksuit, that's all I need to know. Something like this in a track, I don't know. Look, leave him to it. He's whipping out checks and he's talking this and he's talking that. He owes his bollocks out to the IRS. The Rolls Royces are 2012 out there, they're the old model. So that tells me all I need to know. He is.
Well, look, pace yourself. Y'all got 3 more cities of this.
Right.
This is a 4-city promotional tour, and I'm sure more people like me will accept the sales pitch and give you that money.
Thanks for all the wonderful sound bites. Trust me, we appreciate it.
Thank you. Thanks so much.
Right.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Alrighty then.
Oh, I don't know what to say after that. How many?
I want to know what went over.
I don't even know how that was received at home. But again, the job that they both have is to sell this fight, and they did that spectacularly.
Well,
he in particular, he's one of the best at this.
It's still hard to sell me like I'm no boxing expert or aficionado. It's still hard to sell me on a guy coming into a discipline. Whereas boxing may be a part of mixed martial arts, Floyd Mayweather is one of the greatest tacticians in history. 49-0 for a reason, okay? So it's hard for me to believe that Conor McGregor can just step into the boxing ring by Floyd's rules, not only beat him, but knock him out, knock somebody out who doesn't get knocked out.
Because he's not talking about winning the fight. He's saying
it with inside 4 rounds.
Inside of 4 rounds,
so
right.
I can't buy his prediction, but I buy the bravado. And this is what Dana White was talking about when the fight was, the day the fight was announced, because we were off that day, if you recall. And Dana White was on this edition of SportsCenter, and he just talked about, look, when two competitors, two world-class athletes get into an arena, anything can happen. We're seeing with these press conferences that anything can happen, anything can be said.
Right.
Nothing is off limits. And while he can't take him to the ground, while he can't use his legs, on the off chance that Conor McGregor shocks the world, it's enough to tune in for.
Well, that's
it
why
really
I said
is.
Conor McGregor from the beginning had everything to gain and nothing to lose. Because, okay, somebody who is one of the best boxers of all time, they knock you out or they beat you. They're supposed to do that. But if you, as you said, if by some miracle that he's able to beat Floyd Mayweather, that's a shut him down moment. You know, that's a career moment. He's jumped into his sport and beat him at something. That would make him a legend and an icon beyond anything we can possibly imagine.
Okay.
Ah.
That's one way to start the show.
Now the PG portion of the program.
We got the high.